For more on this trend, we're joined by Professor Michael C. Burda from the Economics Faculty at Berlin's Humboldt University. First of all, welcome to our show. And the first obvious question would be, what's your part-time job?
I work in the backyard, in our garden, planting and growing and putting fertilizer out.
Okay. Doesn't count as a mini job, though, but your wife will be happy about it.
Exactly.
Now then, this trend here in Germany for people to have more than one job, one main job and then one or two other jobs, is fairly new. How do you explain this trend? Why can't they make ends meet anymore in Germany?
Well, it's one way of getting people into more salary without buying into the inflexibility of a wage increase that may not be able to be sustainable in the future. The world is changing. We're competing with China and India and Brazil and the United States as well. These pressures on firms make them very conservative in terms of wage policy. But the economy is doing better. So the fraction of people who have some sort of mini job or Nebenjob, extra job, has increased in Germany as a fraction of total employed.
Is it actually a bad thing, this trend of having more than one job?
I don't think so. It's because it takes two to tango. You need to have someone to take the job and someone to offer the job. And I think a lot of people we've seen actually want to work less, and working less, one way to do that is to take a job with lower hours. Some people want to work more. And in a normal traditional job, that wasn't always possible without overtime. And overtime is a thing of the past in Germany. Now people take time in vacation or they take a mini job.
The mini job also entails some sort of incentive, a tax incentive. We don't go into all its depth. The German tax system is very, very complicated. But it's interesting. Why would the German tax office reward people who do a mini job?
Well, it's one way of getting people out of unemployment. So we've seen in the data that one of the first paths out of unemployment is into a less well-paying job. It's not the only path, but it's one way to get on your way to get the work experience, to get back into the labor market. And in a sense, you think of this as sort of a tax subsidy. It's a way of making it easier for firms to pay for that.
But these people are it's also easier for the employer to fire these people. So this hire and fire scheme is sort of being introduced through the back door then, isn't it?
That's right. But it's fair to say that the fraction of people who are working only at a low-paying job, a mini job as they call it in Germany, has actually fallen because the total employment in Germany has risen in the past few years. So it's not fair to say that this is a sign of immiseration of the German worker. Okay,
then let's look across the Atlantic. You're from the United States, and I believe that low-paid jobs is a big topic over there as well. How does Germany compare?
Well, this tax subsidy we just talked about doesn't exist in the United States. So whether you work 20 hours or 40 hours, the Social Security contributions are the same. So it's really it's a matter of indifference. Most workers would like to work more, and those that don't will work less. But in a recession, it means a lot of people's hours will be reduced. And now that the recovery is coming back to the United States, this has gone down. So a good sign is the labor market in the United States does work.
Okay. Professor Burda, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.